U.S. presidential election. Who is leading the race?
More than 50 countries sign letter calling for arms embargo on Israel.
NA discusses socio-economic issues.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Zhang, your host. According to the latest nationwide poll results regarding the U.S. presidential campaign, Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris and Republican candidate Donald Trump are closely following each other, with no clear indications that which candidate has big advantage before the official election.
A survey conducted between October 30th and November 2nd with 1,000 registered voters shows that both candidates receiving 49% support, and only 2% of voters still undecided. NBC notes that Vice President Harris leads Trump by 20 points on abortion issues and has an edge in appealing to the middle class. Meanwhile, 2/3 of voters support Trump, believing the country is headed in the wrong direction while positively assessing Trump's presidency, especially when compared to President Joe Biden's current performance.
Turkey's foreign ministry said that Turkey and over 50 other countries have submitted a letter to the United Nations calling to impose an arms embargo on Israel as Turkey has accused of Tel Aviv committing genocide and war crimes in Gaza.
At a press conference on the sideline of the Turkey-Africa Summit, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan revealed that the letter, signed by 52 countries and 2 international organizations, urges a halt of weapon and ammunition sales to Israel. Among the countries signing the letter are Saudi Arabia, Brazil, Algeria, China, Iran, and Russia. The letter is also backed by the Arab League and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. According to incomplete statistics, Israel's full-scale military offensive in Gaza since October 7, 2023, has resulted in approximately 43,000 deaths and nearly 100,000 injuries. Palestinian medical sources confirmed that most casualties are civilians, of which children and women accounted for about 70%.
Continuing the working program of the 8th session, Deputy of the National Assembly discusses the implementation of socio-economic development task in 2024 and gave opinions on task for 2025.
The working session receives 308 comments, focusing on inadequacies, difficulties, obstacles, and solutions to achieve socio-economic targets for 2024 and plans for 2025. Representatives expressed agreement with the government's report on the implementation of socio-economic results for 2024 and plan for 2025. Furthermore, they also discussed special mechanisms to support localities affected by storm, solutions to enhance education quality and training for human resources, as well as measures to accelerate the implementation of national target programs.
Coming up next are some updated news.
In October 2024, the Industrial Production Index of Nghe and province maintained the growth momentum compared to the previous month and the same period last year, with an estimated increase of 11.85%. The highest growth came from electricity, gas, steam, hot water, and air conditioning production and distribution, which grew by 20.69%. Mining increased by 20.31%, processing and manufacturing by 9.99%. In October, businesses ramped up production and expanded their scale, with some newly launched factories achieving stable commercial products, contributing to the overall industrial growth.
The Vietnam Railway Department has submitted a proposal to the Ministry of Transport for approval of the plan for the Lao Cai, Hanoi, Hai Phong, Quang Ninh Railway. The entire route will stretch 447.66 kilometers, passing through 10 provinces and cities. It is expected to have 41 stations, including mixed stations, freight stations, and technical stations. The total cost for project implementation during the planning period to 2050 is over 183,800 billion Vietnamese dongs.
This morning, northern Vietnam experienced the coldest spell of the season, with temperatures ranging from 21 to 23 degrees Celsius and some mountainous areas dropping below 17 degrees Celsius. The National Center for Meteorological and Hydrological Forecasting reported that the cold front is moving south, affecting many provinces in northern and central Vietnam. Due to the impact of the upper-level easterly winds coupled with the cold front, regions from Than Hoa to Quang Ngai are experiencing widespread heavy rain and thunderstorms, with potential flooding in low-lying areas and landslides in hilly areas.
Moving on to today's story. Located in Nghệ An Commune, Nghi Lộc District, Shanghai Pagoda is one of the ancient temples in Nghệ An province. Over the centuries, it has withstood various historical upheaval and still preserves a unique architectural system and valuable ancient statues.
Shanghai Pagoda is not just a spiritual destination but also a historical witness to the ups and downs of Nghệ An province. Every statue and column carries in itself a story, a piece of bygone time. Built for generations, Shanghai Pagoda has become a keeper of sacred cultural and spiritual values.
According to legend, this pagoda dates back to 1367. From 1960 to 1963, several temples were merged at this pagoda, where 9 saints are worshipped here.
To preserve the architectural and spiritual values of the pagoda, restoration work has become essential. The restoration process is not merely about reviving architecture but also about connecting the past to the present, maintaining the historical essence of the site.
This pagoda was built a long time ago, so some planning is still patchy. The area designated for public use is not yet properly secured. There are still many artifacts preserved from the reign of King Zha Long.
Shanghai Pagoda has long been a sacred site and a cultural center for local people as well as visitors from other regions. The religious activities at the pagoda not only meet the cultural and spiritual needs of the community but also guide people toward benevolent values and connection.
It's the end of today's news. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.